Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lokesh and today we are going to discussing about calling others future files into another future file. How we can able to call a future files into another future file. We can able to use there are two things call once. What is the main difference between call and call once means if you are calling for call method and inside the future file you have multiple scenarios like this. Okay, if you are calling method only call method, when you calling the call method, what will happen, it will calls only and a single feature and another feature is open, again it will call, it means every scenario it will call that particular feature file which is a feature file you are calling. Okay, call once features, it is having all the feature files side. If you are using call once in the background position one time, it will only one time it will call to the particular feature file and it will load into one time only. And we can able to use all the scenarios. If you are calling call one, call, I'll take this one first. We'll call it once. Now I'll go here. Now see, now I calling, what will happen? It will call that each scenario. Call once, it will calls only one time and it will read for all the scenario places. And read method is basically to read that specified location of our future file where it is located. And this example I'm going to explain you here to showcasing this particular create user. It will read, it will provide some value. Okay, the create user place and it will provide user id and email, this all the things, right? And the final place I defined for and defined user id equal to response.id. Then what will happen, this user id I can able to read here and you can able to provide here. How we can able to use this thing and how we can able to provide this user id into that location. Now I'm going to take here one example and I'm going to creating the future file, that is calling the future. Okay, and then I'm copy pasting this entire code because again we need to reuse purpose, and I'm removing this two here because it is not required. Now I saved. Okay, now I came to call once. Now my here what is happen, mine is user id is provided, correct? Now I'm coming to here, I'm deleting this one and I just need to specify this user id and user details object dot user id. Then what will happen, it will read from here this user id create user place and again it will come for calling once and it will return for value. And also I'm specifying that second scenario. Okay, we can see now same thing I'm using call and two times I'm providing two scenarios. Just I'm going to running location and I need to specify my class and this is my, and I'm just saving. Okay, now I'm just running for my run class. And first time it will load for, it will take some time and it will load because it need to call for two future files. because inside a calling other function future file location I calling for create user. It will create for two times two users because it is loading for two times, and we can able to see here also. Just wait one more minute because it is loading for all the karate config file and everything, and then it will load for the file. So now it is loaded base URL. So pass, but if you are going to see the data type also, 201 it is called, right? Create function. Here is 201 again, and it is create, it is read the data, and again if you in the down you can able to see 200 also. Slowly we can able to go and see the console place. We can able to see in the report also, but comparing to there we can able to see here is the good practice to see in the console location only, because we can able to get it for quick. Now here 200 for one time it is calling. Then again you can able to come to here down the post method, again it is called, okay, and second time to value is 200 201, and again another time two times we are able to see for 201, right? Means call once, call one, call method is basically it will call for two times each scenario. If you have 10 scenarios, 10 times it will create new user, it will happen. And if you going to see now, call once, it will call once, it will call for only one time into a future file, it will read all the data and it will provide. Now I'm going to be providing for here, and I'm just using this same one. If you see the console, we can able to see for only one time for 201. You will not see for two times. Previous we saw for two times, right? Now we can able to see only for one time. The quick action also it will done, and you can able to find 201. See 201 here one time. The only one time we saw for 201. Right? And because of that is the only one reason call once it is required, because all the future time place we can able to use one time. If you are using call, we can able to find for multiple times, like that. The read method is basically reading for the future file location of the class path. That's all about this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, please like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share your friends and colleagues. Thank you.